My name is Armand Cole. I spent 6 years as a 911 operator in NYC. People think it's a desk job, data entry with higher stakes. They don't realize that for 12 hours a day, we are the umbilical cord between life and the screaming void. Most nights, you're a ghost talker. You hear the last breaths of strangers, and then you hang up and eat a lukewarm salad. But 3 years ago, on the graveyard shift, the void decided to talk back. During the night shift, there were only a handful of people in the office, since everyone runs away from the night shift. Dim blue monitor lights, the low hum of computers, half-empty coffee cup beside my keyboard. 3:12 a.m. Then my line rang. The center was a tomb of blue monitor light and the hum of industrial cooling. I was on my third cup of coffee when the line sparked. 911, what is the address of your emergency? Static. Then a sound that made the hair on my arms stand up. It wasn't a voice. It was heavy, wet breathing. Help. Please, a man whispered. It wasn't the frantic scream of a victim. It was the flat, hollow tone of someone who had already accepted his death. Sir, I need your location. What's happening? My wife, he choked out. She's in the room. I started the trace. Harlem, near the 125th Street station. Sir, stay with me. Is she armed? She isn't. He stopped. A low, guttural rattle vibrated through the line. It sounded like a dog growling through a throat full of glass. He isn't breathing now, Armand Cole. My blood turned to ice. I hadn't told him my name. The sound. Sir, how do you know my name? The growl intensified, moving closer to the receiver. Then a heavy, tearing sound, like a heavy boot stepping into deep mud. A scream ripped through my headset, so sharp it felt like a physical blade in my ear canal. Then the line went dead. I dispatched the units, my fingers fumbling over the keys. My supervisor asked if I was okay. I couldn't answer. I went to the restroom to splash cold water on my face, trying to shake the feeling of being watched. The fluorescent lights hummed, flickering in a rhythmic, heartbeat pulse. I looked in the mirror. Behind me, in the reflection of the last stall, a shadow. It was too tall, 7 feet at least. It didn't have a face, just a vertical slit where a mouth should be. I spun around. Nothing. Just the smell of old copper and stagnant water. I went back to my desk, trembling. 10 minutes later, my personal cell phone, sitting face down on the desk, vibrated. No caller ID. I shouldn't have answered. I did. Your turn, a woman's voice rasped. It sounded like wind whistling through a rib cage. Your turn next, Armand Cole. I shout loudly, "Who are you?" But the call disconnected. I called the precinct for an update on the Harlem dispatch. The responding officer sounded shaken. We found him, but Armand, the internal organs were reorganized. And the wife? We ran the ID. She was buried 2 years ago in Queens. The grave was found disturbed this morning, empty. The platform. I quit on the spot. I grabbed my cell and wallet and ran to the 125th Street station to catch the last train home. I just wanted to be under my covers. The platform was a concrete throat. I was alone, or I thought I was. From the darkness of the tunnel, she stepped out. She moved with a horrific, hitching gait. Snap, drag, snap, drag. Her head was lollying at an impossible 90-degree angle, her throat a jagged canyon of black rot. She wasn't walking, she was being piloted by something else. She reached me in seconds. Her hand, gray, translucent and freezing, latched onto my throat. The smell hit me, the metallic tang of a butcher shop mixed with damp earth. "The line is still open, Armand," she hissed. I pushed, I fought. I don't remember how I got onto that train, but I remember the conductor's face when he saw the bruised, blackened fingerprints burned into my neck. Tomorrow, I resigned, and aftermath. I moved to the Midwest. I don't own a phone anymore. I don't have a landline. But every night at exactly 3:12 a.m., the air in my bedroom changes. It gets heavy. It smells like Harlem rain and copper. And from the corner of the room, where the shadows are darkest, I hear it. Click. The sound of a headset turning on. And then the low, wet growl of a woman who has been waiting 2 years for me to pick up the phone.